I want to take a picture on this.
I thought I heard a bird chirping.
We're all swooning over cats and a motorcycle.
Go.
They're down there.
I will take pictures of this.
They're very cute.
Sam, take a picture of me. Sam, hold me.
And Connor's making very weird faces. But you're just so adorable.
I know!
We're walking through Plaka. And hi, Jordan.
Hi. It's so pretty.
It's so pretty.
It smells funny sometimes.
But we're gonna fall if we keep doing this, so.
In the market and discuss their latest philosophies and ideas. But this is the site of that during Roman times, not in the golden era of Athens, which was 5 BC. That's the Greek agora, which is, you'll be taken by Dionysus on Saturday, the Greek one. This is the Roman one.
I'm sorry.
The Romans were good conquerors. They didn't destroy things. They just kept whatever was good, fortified it, and kept it, preserved it for us. A lot of ancient Greek statues have been preserved by Roman copies. A lot of the, actually all of the ancient theaters that you will see that have marble seats, the marble seats are of the Roman era. Ancient Greeks had wooden seats. So the Romans came and said, this is a beautiful theater, why not put marble on it and make it more stable? Roman Emperor Adrian built this cultural center for Athens, Roman times Athens. So he built a library and a forum, a place for people to discuss. We can't go in, but once you have your archaeological sites tickets, you'll be able to go in. Next to it is a mosque. The person who built this mosque took a column
Apparently this is where the hipsters live, so we're in our element. This is lots of coffee shops, lots of beards, lots of
Gay.
lots of gay. Yeah, we're in our element. That's a really pretty church. I need to put on more sunscreen because I'm feeling it.
Before we go back out.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it?
Art thou feeling it?
Art thou feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
But yes, I think we're all ready to sit down and get some
My back hurts like a mother.
water and maybe a salad or coffee or something.
Let's go back to, in the early 70s, we're out of a military aristocracy, dictatorship, which is not very pleasant. There is censorship everywhere. There is no way around. I mean, we're deviant, sinners, and everything else, which we are, but we enjoy it. Now, in the early 80s, there is the movement, as you know better than us, but definitely the movement in the States is our source of inspiration. We celebrate Stonewall the whole world. Actually, now there is the 17th of May, which is tomorrow, against homophobia, which is when we crossed out the list of psychiatric patients, mind you. But I'm with you. I prefer Stonewall because that's where we do something. And the fact that they take us out of the list of criminals, it is, but it is where a very daring personality, and Sappho, I think, is extremely important for women because what she preached, if I may, is that life is for everyone, and women are not supposed to play the flute and be sweet. You know, they should take their destiny in their hands and live with other women or not. So Sappho is a hero for more than the lesbians and gays and free-thinking people. Well, yes. Yeah, of course. There is sort of. There is, first of all, human rights organizations. They're not gay, but they have the agenda, part of it, the Amnesty International, well known. Then there is political parties who rally with us. None. AIDS. ACT UP is a bad example in this country, but there is about 4 well-established organizations covering all sorts of medical, social, technological. We could afford it, and then we said, okay, we go for it. Our life is beautiful. It's their fault, not ours. Let's share it. And I appeared on television. Up until then, people on television gave things like this. Last century, yes. Last century is only 14 years, but still some time. Let's jump now. Now, we're talking about tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a lunch with the Dutch ambassador. You know, Holland is a country that is very friendly. There's all sorts of queens, the queen first, but all the rest. And there is 8 organizations coming with me. This is wonderful. Young, all sorts of parties, the Athens Pride, any kind of organization with all sorts of differences, which is happiness for me because I'm seeing all these young people just living well. And having dreams, planning for the future, and communicating with other people around the world. Because ILGA, you know, of course, you know, we have members for long years. And there is an agenda, you know, that with anything having to do with marriage or cohabitation, we are in the courts, in the European courts and the Greek courts, because otherwise it doesn't happen. See, the European Union is very loose on that. It tells the countries that you should foresee for some legal recognition, but it doesn't tell them do this or do that, which is fair enough. Except for countries like Greece that are very reluctant. So we went to a friend of mine and myself went to the European courts against Greece, and we were expecting, because the court was on the 16th of January, so now we expect the verdict should be good. You will hear it around the world.
I'm a trans woman. I'm lesbian. I identify as lesbian. That's a political identity. I don't actually think such a thing as lesbian and essentialism is for me. I don't understand myself as essentially a lesbian or essentially a woman. And I'd like to, I hear you want to know more about trans politics in Greece and Athens in particular. A few bits about LGBT politics in general. The first group that decided it's all too much and we can't take the oppression and we can't be invisible anymore came into being in 1973, and they were primarily concerned with a very reactionary law, a Greek law that was threatening to turn all gay men illegal, essentially, and turn all gay sex illegal. So, sex workers, transvestites, that's their own identification. That's what they self-identified as at the time. Decided we can't have that. So, along with, it's very similar to the Stonewall story. The transvestites were the most oppressed, so they were at the forefront. With Paola, a very famous Greek transvestite, and gay men followed suit, and the few lesbian women that were out followed suit. This group was ACOE, and they quickly disbanded because some of the older guys, the older gay guys, didn't like the way didn't like the way we were trying to, I wasn't even born then, but they didn't like the way that there was an effort to drag Greek LGBT mentality from the more Oriental and Turkish, Mediterranean point of view to a more Westerny point of view, more radical, more less conservative at any rate. It wasn't very much tea because there wasn't an identity for trans people back then. But yeah, soon enough, trans women maybe morphed as a group, maybe came together as a group, started calling themselves transvestites here in Greece, travesti, which is the French word, and started organizing and coalescing into a sort of maybe a group that also they were sex workers. They went out in Sigru, which is where Leo lives, in the Strait of Sigru, which is a big strait leading to Piraeus from Athens, and that's where the people go for cruising, for trans women to have sex with.
Okay, so we're back in our hotel room, and we just had the most amazing day in Athens. We met with a bunch of really, really amazing LGBT activists. Christina, Gregory, we went on a walking tour of the city. It was beautiful. I am at a loss for words for how amazing this day has been. I think we made some new friends. Learned a we learned a ton of really amazing things. And I'm so happy to be here, and it's been such an amazing trip. I'm so happy to be here with the people that I'm with, and they're so amazing and so funny, and yeah,